Albright!
Yeah. Thank you, Lucero. Man, congratulations too. President's Club numbers and people have just been blowing up. I understand the help that you guys are providing is top notch and never been better. So congratulations, Lucero, Andy Lee, and the whole team. Hey, how many of y'all got your coin? I like that. This thing keeps me on focus. What do I want? How do I get it? What do I want? How do I get it? And we sold out of these. We're not going to make any more of these. So those of you that have them, you have an exclusive piece. But we are looking at a different kind. My idea is, here's what I'm leaning to. I'll take other suggestions. We haven't sent it in yet. It's what do I want? Simple, clear goals. My signature. Prosperity, inspiration, eternity. I like that. On the other side where it says, how do I get it? Most valuable task. The alliance. Do the do. I'm thinking about, instead of putting the alliance, I'm thinking about putting 2020 vision. Because this year coming up is 2020. So you go ahead and get your mind thinking about it. But it also is that 2020 vision from that video that I do, 20,000 production, 20 direct recruits. And then below that, the 2020 vision, put in 24/7 RU. So it would be given that this is an alliance coin. But I want to know feedback if you like that 2020 vision and then in 27 RU. Any suggestions, and we would do that and have them at National Convention. We may come out with them before that if people want them. I'm not losing mine. I've had people ask and talk and bid for it, and I'll be like, nah, this is mine right here. And then I pull it out again. I like spinning it too. Just like spinning it, you know. It's got, whoop! Okay. All right. It just keeps me like simple. Right down there. Okay. So thinking about the activity call today and what I want to talk about, we're going to need a few more good people, Kyle, James. We're going to need to find them, and we're going to need to attract them, and we're going to need to keep them, and we need them doing something. Okay? So I said I would talk about this. Finding the right people. What do they look like? Where do they hang out? What do you say to them? How do you get them started? How do you grow their self-esteem? How do you get them to take activity? Mickey, would you grab hold to that poster over there, Alliance Aiden, and just you don't need the stand, just pick it up by the string. You're going to have to unwrap it a little bit and bring it over here to me. Now, if you have not seen this Alliance Aiden poster, we actually have PDF pictures that we can give to you, and if your manager has not told you what you're looking for, here you go right here. This is Mickey, by the way. Mickey, turn around. Give Mickey a hand. This is my man, Mickey. Mickey got hired. You grab a seat, Mickey. He got hired over in telemarketing, moved up to supervisor, and now we moved him over to. You working in President's Club now, right, Mickey?
Lead performance team.
Lead performance team.
Yes, sir.
And you've already booked your own appointments.
Yes, sir.
And already went out and made your first sale.
Yes, sir.
Woohoo! By the way, stand up. Stand up right there. Look. See what I'm talking about, guys? It's almost him right there. How old are you, Mickey?
27.
27.
Yes,
and you, I can't remember. You married?
No, sir.
Not married. Got a kid?
I have a daughter.
Daughter, how old?
6 years old.
6-year-old. How long were you in the military?
3 years.
3 years in the military. What rank were you when you left?
I was a specialist.
Specialist.
Yes.
What does that mean? E4 specialist. Okay. All right. So you can go through that list. You can look at this and see, and you can ask him how many categories. I would probably give him an 8.5, maybe even a 8.9 on the category. There's maybe 1 or 2 categories that he barely misses. And what we say, Mickey, is ain't nobody perfect. And everybody makes mistakes. And some other things we say. All right, but this one right here is what you're looking for. We're going to need a few more of them. So this is what they look like, okay? Now, if you notice, not many of us have the exact same tone, color, and this guy, I can't tell if he hadn't shaved in 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. You with me? Mm-hmm. So they ain't going to be perfect, but this is what we're looking for, okay? Now, I just texted my staff. I just got a phone call, and I said, hello. And so I said, who is this? And she said, Violet. I said, what do you need, Violet? She said, can you talk now? I said, I'm busy. What's up? She said, well, I can talk to you later. I said, Violet, what's this about? She said, you told me to text you. I said, well, you're calling me. And she said, yeah, I'm calling you. I said, well, hold on a second. I got a minute. This was like 15 minutes ago. My mama does not have the same highfalutin taste that I have. And yesterday, I ain't seen her in about a month, or close to it, because I've been in Africa. I called her. I said, I'm going to bring you something to eat or take you out to eat. She said, if you could bring me a Wendy's small chili, I'd like that. So when I went into Wendy's to get a small chili, Violet waited on me, and she had all kinds of crazy energy. And she said, I like your shirt. I said, I like my shirt too. I said, I like your energy. I like your smile. And she was just rapid fire work. She was working at Wendy's like her life depended on it. She was just working. I said, you got a lot of energy, girl. And so she got my stuff ready. She said, can I do anything else for her? She's already waiting on 3 other people. I said, I need a pen that writes, and I need a piece of paper. She tore me a receipt off, went and got me a pen. It didn't work. She gave me a magic marker. And I wrote down my number. I said, text me, girl. You got too much energy to give it all to Wendy's. What's that guy's name that runs Wendy's? Wendy's daddy? Dave. I said, Dave don't deserve you. Man. And so she called me 15 minutes ago. And she said, now, I'm 62, and I ain't good with technology. I said, well, you dang sure dialed my number. That's a high-tech machine you got there in your hand. She said, I'm pretty good with my phone. She said, this ain't my real phone. Let me give you my real phone number. She said, this phone's a piece of junk. She said, I'm not too good with technology. I said, we got good. You with me? In other words, I'm recruiting her.
Yes.
Yes, people always, and what I'm going to say to her is, this is what we're looking for. Does that make sense? I'm going to tell her that. I'm going to say, this is what we're looking for. But Andy, are you going to recruit her? You daggone right. She got too much energy for Dave. She needs to bring it to us. You with me on this, people? All right. So there you go right there. That's the boy right there. All right. So that's what they look like. You need to be looking. But when I was in Wendy's, she was the youngest one in there. But I'm gonna tell you what, and most of them was dead. A couple of them, I swear, they had them stuffed and put in there and make it look like somebody was eating there. They were standing over there in the corner. This is what we're looking for, but we're going to take what we get, because I'm hiring people left and right. When I'm out and about, I'm meeting people. You with me? Okay, my first thing is this. Bring the energy. When I walked in there, I was on fire, boy. I had the Ric Flair going on, boy. I was like, you with me? Now, if y'all ever see me out and about, you see me walking down the beach, you see me when I come out of my house. I like when Jeff Bright, he said, Andy Albright does not walk around his house in a white robe and go, woo! And I was like, yes, I do too. You see me? When I come out from the bed and I'm out and about where you can see me, I'm going to be lighting them up. Does that make sense? And I'm going to be meeting and a greeting. Y'all bunch of chickens. Don't talk to people. Something wrong with y'all. You with me? We're in the recruiting business. We're in the outgoing business. You got to bring the energy, baby. If I'd have thought about it when I walked into Wendy's, I'd have went, hey, y'all wake up in here. They can't do nothing about it except look at you. Okay. So that's the first thing you got to do. That's what they look like. Where do they hang out? They hang out outside of their house. And a lot of times in these fast food restaurants and gas stations and stuff like that, to the tanning booths, to the fingernail places, to the toenail places, to the massage places, every place you go, to the dentist office, you know what we need? Some more of them dental hygienists. I call them tooth massagers. Yeah. I go in there, they just, they go, how you doing? I'm doing good, you keep doing it. You know what? You can get a tooth massage cheaper than you can get a regular massage. Did y'all know that? What I'm encouraging is dental hygiene. Get that plaque out from running y'all's teeth. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I know we don't sell dental insurance, but we're going to start selling dental insurance, I guarantee you. Dental insurance, you get a free cleaning once every 6 months, I think. Is it every year or every 6 months? I think it's every 6 months. I go every quarter. I like, hey, $50, I'm doing it.
Right.
You with me?
Yeah.
We need to recruit them dental hygienists into this business. And you need to get your dentist into this business. We need everybody into this business. You understand what I'm telling you? Mm-hmm. They are everywhere. Mm-hmm. We need to get them. They're praying for this. All right. So, what do you say to them? Hey, compliment them. You got cool hair. I like your teethies. I like that smile. I like that shirt. Where'd you get them shoes? Why are you bringing so much energy? I like the way you talk. I like the way you walk. I like the way you're looking. I like you. People like people to like people. Find something to compliment in those people. Okay? All right. Oh, I got a question for you. I was thinking about this morning. Are you a person that says, I'm going to do something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday? So if I say when you're going to do it, you say Monday. I call that Y people because it ends in Y. Any day that ends in Y, they're going to do it. Always, it's basically tomorrow or next week, Thursday, Friday. I'm looking for more W people. That means when. I want people to do it now, N-O-W. Right now or now. So if you want to meet people, what the trick is, when you see them, act. You with me? The longer you wait to contact a person, the less likely you're going to say something to them. If you see somebody you want to talk to in a bar, best thing you can do is you see them, you got to go right to them. You with me? You got to be on a mission. So when you go outside, you need to be thinking, I'm going to talk to them right now. Okay? All right, that's the big deal. A W person or a Y person? I want to tell you this. To a large extent, my secret is that. I was talking to my son this week. I said, I'm going to need you to help me with this business. Our lifestyle depends on hiring more people and more of us doing good. When you was thinking about starting? He said, I know what you're going to say. I said, what do you think I'm going to say? Because I wondered what he would say. You know, I wondered what he thought. If he thought that I was going to want him to get started, you know, this summer or next summer or while he was going to school. He said, you're probably going to say now or right now.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good daggum guess right there, son. You seem to be trained. My secret seems to be getting back on my diet now, to getting back on cold contacting now, to be getting back on booking appointments now. But I have consistency. The only consistency thing about me is failure and getting back on it right now and getting started. What I have found is a lot of people don't get back on the program fast enough. They get a no-show and they don't get back on the phone. They get cussed out on the phone and they don't get back on the phone now. I don't need, it's that urgency of getting started back. And also, there's no depression on my part as far as failure. I am accustomed to failure. Some of you ding-dong heads act like you ain't never failed in your life. You act like you're all upset about it, like it's a surprise. You ought to just tell the truth. You screw up all the time. You ought to get on with it. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that helps you or hurts you and trying to put you down or nothing. Okay. Today, after this show, I am getting on my jet, or the company jet, the one over there at the airport. And I'm going to have my new son-in-law, Brandon, and Spencer, my son and his girlfriend. We're flying down there because Haley's already at the beach house. And we're going to be there, and we're going to be eating out at some Italian restaurant. The first time all 6 of us has been at the beach house ever. Wow. You talk about a dream come true. And when I first started thinking about maybe I could afford a beach house. And then talking Jane into one in Florida. And then figuring out how we could get there. And now to finally one time have all 6 people. This kind of stuff only happens when you get back on the program all the time. I am completely aware of failure. I am right up there with you. Get back on the horse. Get back going as quick as you can. If you I don't want you to get off of the horse of meeting people, but if you've stopped doing that or you hadn't started that, this is a huge thing. How do you, the other thing is, the more seeds you plant, the more likely something is to come up. You making people do it is largely a part of you being an example and getting them around other people. Like this lady that Violet, that I'm recruiting, my deal is I've already included Chelsea and Rebecca Lixie and said, y'all talk to her too, because I'm getting her to other females, okay? And I'm gonna try to get her over among everybody. So my energy, my excitement, by the way, do you think a person that you hire on Craigslist is not going to be as good at recruiting as a person that you meet at Wendy's? You with me? Because you meet a person at Wendy's, they cray-cray, and you met them and you set the example. But if you hire a person off of Craigslist, they're not as cray-cray, they're weird, but they're going to hire other people off of Craigslist. You with me? They're not going to be as likely to cold contact. And I am telling y'all, to fill up a Coliseum, we've got to get better at meeting people. And that goes for in the house too. When you guys are selling, Sarge, and all you other people in there selling like crazy in all these houses, I need for y'all to look around immediately and say, hey, before I get started, let me think. Is there anybody you know might make some extra money? We got to fish. We got to throw that out there quick, okay? All right. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you, James, Kyle, a couple other people that I had in mind. Y'all think I'm talking about somebody else, but I'm talking about you right now. All right, here we go. People love people that love people. People love energy. People love bold. People love commitment. People follow that. Not everybody. You're not going to get 100% of them. Now, I was thinking about the friendship factor. This book right here, I really like this book. If you see it, it's really marked up like crazy. The first time I read it was over 20 years ago. I have dated in here when I was in Irwin, North Carolina, and I've just continued to mark it up, and I put marks in it today. And one of the things that had in here was Brian's song. Now, if y'all don't know the story of Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers, it's an old movie. And I got to thinking about it, and I went to Amazon Prime, and I typed in Brian's song, and it popped up that movie, $4.95. And I hit it, and I said, all right, I'm going to watch that tonight. So I did my research for this show, and I watched Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers. Now, Brian Piccolo played running back for Wake Forest University. Gale Sayers, I think, played for Purdue or Texas, played for a bigger university. Gale was much higher caliber athlete, or I shouldn't say that. Piccolo in his own right was ridiculous good. But they both ended up playing with Chicago Bears. And it was the first time when they traveled around. Back then, football players shared a room, and it's the first time ever that a black guy and a white guy shared a room in the NFL when they were traveling around. And it was a big deal. But before that ever happened, when they met, they just hit it off like instantly. And it was so the whole movie is about a friendship between these two men. And it's interesting because both of them had children. They didn't bring the children into it. They did bring the wives into it. But it was the main thing was that relationship and the friendship. People love people that love people. And Piccolo, I'm just going to tell you this. If you get it, the movie, which I would recommend it, is either get you a Kleenex or watch it when the kids ain't around. Because I just cried the whole time. I would say 3/4 of the movie. I get to crying, I get to thinking about it. It reminds me of my relationship with a lot of our guys, with Adam Katz and Stephen Davies and my boys out there. It's just a relationship. People are going to work with people they love and they like. You're going to block for people that you love. You're going to run for people that you love. You're going to inconvenience yourself for people that you love. And people are going to inconvenience themselves if they love you. You with me? If people care about you and you care about them, they're going to stick. And when they get no-showed, they're going to recover quicker. Now, Gale Sayers messed his knee up bad. And they get to laughing. I am positive in this movie they're not acting. They're laughing so hard about something that happens when Piccolo is pushing Gale Sayers and he gets to calling him names. And I love it because they're laughing so hard. They're picking on each other, but they're laughing so hard, there's no way they're faking it. They had to have got tickled at each other when it was being filmed, and that's part of it. But Piccolo was trying to get Gale Sayers back to 100% because he wanted to beat him out at 100%. He didn't. It's just anyway. The show got me. The show got me the feeling that I want to give to you, but I'm struggling. Tim Goad helped me a little bit with the words this morning of what I want to say to you, how I can explain to you how to create that feeling. When people feel like you're hiding something, they feel like they don't trust you. So your openness to people and saying stuff that you might think you shouldn't say is probably something you should say. People say this a lot. They go, well, I thought it, but I didn't want to say it. I want to say it. And I'm like, Bo, say it. People need to hear what you're thinking and feeling so that they can share with you what they're thinking and feeling. Well, what if I share with them what I'm feeling and then they tell me something they're feeling that I didn't want to hear? What are you talking about? Anything they share with you that they're feeling, that is a bonus and a plus that now you can work with them. This is exactly what I've been telling you about, Tia. It's what I've been telling Taylor. People gotta hear that you have a feel, that you're mad, that you're upset, that you're scared. Vulnerability builds trust. When people are scared of something, when people hate something, people love passion. They don't like boring. You with me? Mm-hmm. People when they know that you're mad about something, then they can relate to that. One of mine, I'll give you one example, Kyle. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". I'm 5'10 3/4. Same thing. You didn't even hit 5'11". You can't even round up to 6 foot. You follow what I'm saying? I'm a standard white. You with me? Standard. Not tall. I'm not, I like movies. I'm not a dwarf. I was watching another movie last night. I watched too much TV. He had something going on. You with me? He had that going on. I don't got that. I'm not, what's his name? Tommy Burleson, 7'4". Mm-hmm. I ain't 6'3". I'm 5 3/4. I'm 6'2". I go, you ugly. That's the thing you got right there. You should talk about that. You should bring that up. You see what I'm saying? We all got something. You with me?
About me and Kyle?
Huh?
You're still talking about me?
I'm still talking about you and Kyle. You're short and ugly. All right. So, all right, here's what I'm going to tell you. When I'm talking to somebody, I have had people say this to me. Do you trust them? I go like, what do you mean do I trust them? Well, you seem to be nice to them and just love on them and expose your belly to them and they're in your office. They got your home phone number, got your cell phone number. You trust them? I go like, I don't know how to break this to you. I like them. They're okay. Do you trust them? The answer is hell no, I don't trust them. Well, why are you so nice to them? Being nice to them has nothing to do with trusting them. Trust is extended. Love is automatic. Trust is extended. Respect is earned. What I mean by extended is I appear to trust people because that's the only way they're going to trust me. Do you really trust them? That's like same way asking me if I'm really generous. I give away millions of dollars and do this and spend my time with people. No, I'm not generous, but I do it. Right. Does that make sense? Right. Do you trust them? No, but I trust them. Does that make sense? It don't make sense. I'm telling you. Now what happens is, and every one of you know this. Well, not every one of you in here, but Mickey kind of knows it. A lot of you do know this. I trust you more than I should, and you know it. You know it. You always go like, I cannot believe he let me see that. I cannot believe he let me hear that. I can't believe I know that about him. That gives you an opportunity to screw me. Or it gives you an opportunity to be my friend. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Relationships are developed by trust. And the only way you trust is by you trust. And some of you guys are so standoffish and so hard to understand, so hard to hear about your fears, can't hear about your problems, can't hear about who you hate. You love everybody. You are boring. Does that make sense? People know I hate stuff. They know what burns my butt. A flame about that high and somebody that has unused potential, baby. Mm-hmm. That burns my butt. I don't know what burns some of yours butt. I think your butt don't get burned. You know what we call that? Passive aggressive. That's what we call that. You pretend like nothing bothers you, but it does. So you say some little dig. We don't like that. I'm just letting y'all know. Does anybody hear me? I'm trying. Everybody's looking at her like, he must be talking to her. He ain't talking to me. All right. That's big right there. Yeah. That's big. That girl Violet, she already knows stuff about me. I talked to her in Wendy's and I talked to her on the phone. She knows stuff about me. I talked to that girl in Bed Bath & Beyond, Krista. She knows stuff about me. She knows. She said, you patient? I said, I am not patient. I'm ready to kill somebody. My face looks like I'm patient. I'm about to lose my God-blessed mind. But you with me? She heard that. I didn't say, oh yeah, I am patient. And inside, I'm wanting to shoot somebody with a deadgum 9mm. Poop, poop, poop. You know? I mean, you know what I'm saying? People say, you shouldn't be like that, Andy. Somebody gonna turn on you. Somebody gonna turn on you regardless. I would like to have somebody be with me first so they can turn on me. You never had nobody with you. Does that make sense? You gotta have somebody with you to have somebody to turn on you. But if you ain't never got nobody with you, see what I'm saying? Yeah. Trust is extended. We can take it back. And by the way, I don't tell you everything. I'm not this right here. I'm holding back. But I'm holding back what I want to hold back. But I'm trying to hold back enough that I keep my sanity, but I'm letting go enough that I can pull people in and I can give them a shot. This is recruiting people. This is hot spots. This is how to keep people in. This is how Terry Edwards going to 100. That's how Paul Roberts blowing up. That's why everywhere Ed Soto goes, people love him. It's that openness, but not too much openness. It's that fear. It's that passion. It's that burn. You with me? People need that. They need to see that. They don't need that. Psychiatrists agree on this. Everybody gets mad. Psychiatrists agree on this. If people don't ever get mad, they're faking and they're holding it inside and they got deep-seated psychological issues and people feel it and they don't like it. They're scared of you. Okay? All right. Now, there's acceptable patterns the way people operate. If you're a kid, you can do stuff. If you're an adult, you can't. And figuring out when a person is allowed to get away with something is a big deal. Figuring out when you're allowed to say something and not allowed to do it is a big deal. So that's, what's that book, James? We talk about a lot, the people skills, personality.
The Fortney.
Yeah, Fortney. The girl and the guy, right?
Oh, no, that's the definitive book of body language.
Yeah, he's right. There's two of them we're talking about. One is the definitive book of body language. The definitive, who's that by? That's a man and a woman, right? Yeah. He's looking it up. And then there's another one called cordiality. What do you call it?
Choosing civility.
Choosing civility.
Peason and
Choosing civility. Oh, by the way, if you ain't read this book 1,000 times,
Barbara Pease.
Barbara Pease, is that Choosing Facility?
That's the definitive book of body language.
Definitive book of body languages.
Barbara Pease. P-E-A-S-E.
P-E. Are you sure? Ain't a man and woman that did that book?
I mean, there's two of them. She was the main author.
Barbara Pease. Yeah, that's it.
Alan and Barbara.
Alan and Barbara. Alan and Barbara. I told you, a woman, man and woman. Alan and Barbara wrote that book. Body language. That's a good book right there. You can't see it. The definitive, and then choosing civility. But you can get around people, get around Tim Goad, get around Jeff Bright, and just mimic them. You'll understand. Everybody likes them. Everybody likes Dr. Caracas Watkins. By the way, Caracas Watkins, was that the best talk y'all seen him give? Yeah. That boy, he got it going on, Bo. I was fire. I was up in the loft. I about to come out of the loft, man. If I'd have had a rope to swing down and jump down there on stage with him, I'd have done it, man. That's what, huh?
We can make that happen.
Well, we can make that happen. It's on the list.
A little zip line.
All right. So when people, when I meet a person and I'm open to them immediately. Like, I'm an open person. I got open personality. If they're closed, a lot of times I will continue to be open because I don't have to treat them like they treat me. That makes sense? You'd be surprised how they'll come around to your way of treatment. But when people are cold to you and you cold to them, it ends. All right.
Oh, dang.
All right. People like predictability. People like defendable, dependable, and predictable. They like the bulls. Predictable, dependable, defendable. Oh, this guy named Seneca said this 2,000 years ago. He said, if you wish to be loved, love. If you wish to be loved, love. 3 magic words. I need your help. Showing your vulnerable side creates a hard to resist personality. When you're not scared of anything, when you have no fears, you have no embarrassments, you have no obvious errors, people don't love you. I don't know why it is, but your vulnerability attracts people. It was a comment about a husband and wife. And the wife said when she found out her husband was scared of bears, she loved him more. It's something about that. The closest friendships I have, people that we have been scared to death, we've cried, we've been beat up, we've been robbed, we've been upset, we've been tortured. Those people that we shared our vulnerability, those are the ones we're the closest with. Sorrow shared is halved. Joy shared is doubled. Something good happens, share it with a friend, it blows it up. Bad stuff happens, say, hey man, can we talk? Can I tell you something? Did I tell you something that bothers me? Tell me something I'm feared of. Reduces the power of that bad thing. Talking freely. People see this to me all the time. When I get mad about something, I go like, that ticks me off, that upsets me, that was wrong, that was absurd. And I know they're thinking, I don't know if I would tell people. Andy shouldn't say that makes him mad. Andy shouldn't say, but I'm telling you, it is something I know that people like. Number one, people like it, and number two, it provides me a release valve. It's both of them. You with me? Now, and there's the thing like there's a lot of things that I am violent against. I don't share with you. You with me? It's like, if you can do it like this, James, it's figuring out what I care about and then what I don't care about. What I care about and then what I don't care about. See how it goes in? I don't care. I do care. Don't care. It's figuring that pattern of what matters and don't matter. And here's the reason I don't like to recruit old people. Because they tell me what their pattern is, and they tell me whether it fits my pattern or not. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I have money. I have power. I have family. I have friends. I have destinations. I have travel schedule. I don't want what you got. I'm not going to develop your pattern of what you like and what you don't like. You with me? Their pattern's like this. I don't want that pattern. That pattern's what got you broke. What you care about and you're violent about is wrong. What you don't care about, you should care about, is jacked up. That's why I don't like broke old people. Does that make sense? You with me? And so what about this girl that I don't know, she's working hard. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. But immediately I'm going to go to recruiting this right here underneath her. She knows them. You with me? I'm not going to stay right there on her. I'm going to go under. You with me? Thank you, James. All right. Chronically cheerful people, not good. Dull, pleasant people, not good. No rage, they control their emotions, not good. Got to have some ups and downs to have some variety. Can't be like that. Got to get mad, got to be happy. No variety, make a Johnny a dull boy. You with me? People need to see that. People love passion. Passive hostility. I'm mad, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to make a jab. People hate that. Men and cars progress with a series of internal explosions. He's upset. Or as my boys say, you get mad and then you get what you want, and then all it does is makes you do it again. It encourages that behavior. Hey, I want to tell y'all something. Andy Riddle is killing y'all again in recruiting this month. He has already recruited 8 in width. Swindell, who he's working with and training, has got 7. Mike and Noel Leventovich got 4. George and it seems like the people that got the most money and the people that want it more do the most recruiting. I can't understand why the brokest people shouldn't come alive and come out and start recruiting like crazy. Terry Edwards is a newcomer to the Alliance. He's right up there in the top 10. Michael and Angie Owens, Kyle Cater right here. Your whole team is kicking butt. Abian. Did I say Mike and Michelle Alleman? Kimberly Spinelli Young's put in 4. Lua Body is moving up steady. Eric Belair. Alfonso Gallegos, how you say that? Gallegos, huh? Gallegos, thank you. Alfonso Gallegos. Brandon Beal up there. Wendy Neal, Mike Swells. Get a Mike. Micah Henderson. Oh, Mike, I saw Micah Henderson. Felicia Waddell. That's all these people are in the top. Eric and Bobby Belair. Jake and Belle Krause. Nice. Woohoo! Okay. Year to date, I want to give y'all a discrepancy. If you go down here to number 50, this person's only recruited 12 people this year. From number 50 to number 1, you would think maybe number 50 does 90 people and number 1 does 144, but number 50's done 12. Make sense? Mm-hmm. You have no idea how much one more recruit would do for you. Yep. One more recruit. If you were number 50, one more recruit jumps you all the way up to number 45. One more recruit would jump you to number 42. One more recruit would jump you all the way up to number 34. Wow. That one more system of recruiting. So Violet, if I recruited Violet, she counts as one more. You with me? You're leading the country. If you want to know who to copy, Andy Riddle, Mike and Noel Leventovich, Kyle and Shar Cater, Olga and Jason Mathis, my base, Alex Abian, John Davis. My gosh, John, good job. Michael and Angie Owens, and James and Jane Hill, and Adam Katz. That's the top 10. Believe it or not, Eric Paul Cruz, you are real close to hitting the top 10. Spinelli Young, Fitzgerald, Belair, Carries, David and Linda Holt, Branton Jail. Branton smoking this month. He's moving up. He wants to finish higher by the end of the year. Okay, so recruiting is a huge deal. Year-to-date production. I've got life and I've got life with annuities. If I do life and I don't count annuities, Sarge Wilson is winning the country. But when you consider annuities, Mark Hutchinson is winning it. Life and annuities combined, he's leading the country. Branton Jail Swindell's number 2, Brandon Beal's number 3, and Wilson's number 4. So me and Wilson were conversing earlier. I was like, bro, I'm going to get you to be number 1. We got to kill it on annuities at the end of the year because that's just an unfair advantage. Mike and Michelle Alleman, Minerva Profil, Jonathan Yakey and Megan Alleman, Marcus Richardson and Janina Wilson rounds out the top 10 for production. James, you and Jane just barely missed it. James Coleman barely missed it. AC and Letitia. Billy Crane's up there in the top 14. So when you just go to life, it's Sarge Wilson, Mike and Michelle, Minerva, Jonathan Yakey. It's a lot of the same people, but that's a big difference when we start giving out the Rolex or we recognize who's number 1 in the country. And it's money in your billfold too. In other words, you're there anyway. Be bold about recruiting in the house and be bold about annuities and finding the money. Okay, Rolex watch. We're running a contest, or Foresters give us money to pay for some people to fly up. So I said I'm going to take 10 individuals. We're going to pay for their flight, their hotel, and their meal. And we said we'll take 12 individuals, 12 people, and we'll take 9 veterans and 3 rookies. And when we ran the leaderboard, there were veterans that were getting spanked by the rookies. So in other words, I was going to have to skip rookies and go down to veterans. And I threw a flag on the play. I say, those rules aren't right. So we have changed it and said, all right, it could be a minimum of 3 rookies. It could be 12 rookies. In other words, if the 12th rookie beats the number 1 veteran, if the 12th rookie, then there's going to be 12 rookies win. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So right now, I've got it as 4 rookies winning. They would be Mia Fennell, Nathan C., who's part of Fitzgerald's group, and Mia is part of Terry Edwards. Joe Dukes has a person named Varay, and Alex Fitzgerald has Teresa A. So Fitz has 2 rookies right now that are in the top 12, so that would give 4 rookies winning this trip to Forester. So they get immediate recognition, immediate pulling into the inner circle. You with me? Fitz, I would encourage these people to just pour it on, invest in leads, work, whatever you got to do. The veterans that are winning it right now, Debbie Ben, Paul Epstein, Douglas B., part of George and Penny Wilson's. Michael and Angie Owens are in the top 4. And then Mac and Judy, Mac and Beatty. Judy, they're number 5. Then there's Mia Fennell, she's a rookie. Then there's Nathan C., rookie. Then we got veterans, Jonathan Yakey and Megan Allen. And Jonathan and Megan, y'all are solid up in there, but there's 2 of you. I'd be thinking number 1. And then Lee R. under Jason and Tawny Carey. My guess will be Reyes. Joe Dukes is number 10. Joe, I need you to win, buddy. He's in the top 10. And then Varay, and then Teresa. Almost winning. Cameron, looks like Ashcroft, buddy of mine on my base shop. Damon, part of Junior Korea. Christina G., part of Jay Turner. Kyle S., part of Chadwick Ray. Stephen M., part of Jay Turner. Olga and Jason, y'all are 18. Case and Carissa. I know that couple. They're brand new down in Branton Jail Swindell. Jay Turner, you're number 20. Be cool, Jay, if you won, and then and Debbie won. Bobby Belair, Eric and Bobby, Zach W., Vinny. My man Vinny's up in there. Is that Vinny Spinelli? Is that what you say his name? Huh? Napoli. That's probably not him. That's Vinny S. That's somebody else. Shoot. Wishes. That's Vinny S too. I'm happy for you. Brian L and Helen H. Okay. Rolex watch. We only have 5 of them to give away at the end of the year. Right now, John C. JC out of KC is what Adam Katz told me. JC, I think it's one of Adam's buddy, killing it. He wrote a huge annuity. Sean Q, what is that, Quigley? I think that's right. He's number 2. AC and Letitia, number 3. Carolyn M, part of Ed Soto. Brant and Jill Swindell. That's what he needs, is another Rolex watch. Mickey Cruz, Joe Dukes, Debbie Ben, Lewis F, part of Davies' team. Paul Epstein, number 10. So that's the top 10. There's 5 of you going to get a Rolex watch. All right, guys. We are going to need more people. I said, what do they look like? Where do they hang out? What do you say to them? We covered that. You look familiar. Has anybody been practicing that look familiar thing? Raise your hand in here if anybody been practicing that you look familiar. Has anybody done that to anybody yet? Y'all got to do that. Y'all don't be chicken. Don't be scared. Say you look familiar. Oh, how do you grow people's self-esteem? That's a good question. How do you grow people's self-esteem? If you see a person, you might as well put a sign above their head that says, encourage me. When a person is encouraged, they will take action. And when they take action, they will have failure. And when they have failure and they survive, their self-esteem goes up. You hear what I'm telling you? Encourage, activity, survival, self-esteem goes up. You say, what if you encourage them, they take action, and they get results? I'm not as excited about that as I am failure and surviving. Because they get results, they think that that makes them feel better. But it's really surviving failure that drives your self-esteem up. Surviving success is not that impressive to you as a person. But when you survive failure, so when you're there to catch them when they fall and love on them and tell them they're still a great person even though they're failing. Now, as they start to have success and they start to count their successes, that does help their self-esteem. But it's more like 75% failure drives their self-esteem and 25% success drives their self-esteem. Your job is to love and automatic love, extend trust, and then take them with you making phone calls. Like, I make a phone call, you make a phone call. You make a cold contact, I make a cold contact. Set that example, and when a person fails, laugh with them and talk to them about how they're going to be okay. This builds people's self-esteem. This is what our this is what our hot spots are about. Let's do this. Nick and Viviana, y'all had y'all on stage. Y'all stand up and come around here. The other thing is, if people can survive standing up in front of people and not die, because most people fear death. They fear death more than they fear standing in front of people. They stand in front of people. You got thousands of people looking at you. And did you fix your hair? Is it the way you want it? Is it perfect and everything? Is your jacket? I can see that's your little pin right there.
Learned that from Kyle.
You learned that from Kyle?
Cool things.
He's teaching you a lot of cool things. Okay. Just let's see. Let me do my mic right here. Tell them who you are and where you're from.
Viviana Cordova.
Nick Sabino, and we just moved up here from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
So you physically have moved now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where y'all living?
One of your rentals. 8 minutes away.
Yeah, really? Where at?
Down in Tarpley Street by like the water tower.
Okay, cool. What is it in Burlington?
Yeah.
I can't think where it
8
is.
minutes away.
All
Big
right.
water tower, silver, big metal one,
Okay.
right next to it.
So y'all, so that's why I'm gonna start seeing y'all more.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all have kids?
No.
No kids.
No.
But you did some crazy stuff in the beginning just to come to ACT.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, after National Convention, sold my Xbox at the IUL. We drove up for the IUL thing like 2 weeks after National Convention, right?
Uh-huh.
Sold my Xbox to get a case of Dean's books.
Uh-huh.
And then to get to ACT, just spent all our money, overdrafted our accounts, did what we had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, and here's the crazy thing. Like a normal person, like a normal world, they're going to say like, you're getting sucked in, you don't need to be that committed. But when you recruit people in the future and you've set, that's a true story that you can tell people that I can't make that story up. I didn't do what you did.
Right.
So you've got a hell of a story. How old are you?
21.
21. So you've already got that story. Like me and my son went to Africa and he's 21. I'm giving him a story. Now he didn't have to sacrifice like you had to sacrifice. You with me? Mm-hmm. On the other hand, like there are stuff he had to do. Like one time they had to walk through the jungle for 10 miles. He got these massive blisters on his feet.
Oh.
To me, that's nothing compared to what you did, but in his mind, that's something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You with me? It's a different situation. But I'm looking for struggles. I'm looking for fights, battles that you can overcome. Like, how do y'all, Viviana, how do you feel about what y'all have done now?
I think it's awesome. We're just at a young age, and it's just that we found this right away and know it's something that's always going to be with us because there's nothing better out there. So
No
we just
excellent.
have tons of months and years to just kill it.
There's no better deal. There's no
Yeah.
better people. There's no better purpose. We got enough. Like a lot of people are looking for something extra. I'm like, well, we got enough that it takes everything I've got. People ask me like, do you like to hunt? You like to fish? Like pick off? I like everything.
Yeah.
But this I love. And this provides the opportunity to do all that other stuff. But I always have to remember, this is what butters the bread. This is what put the bread in the oven. This is what put the car in the garage. This is what put the ball in the basket. You with me?
Yes, sir.
The puck in the goal. I think it was one of your books.
So this right here builds people's self-image. When you talk about what they've been through, and then you talk about how they survived. But one-on-one, over breakfast, over coffee, Waffle House coffee, and talking about what you've been through and how you survived and laugh about it. This is what builds self-image. I'm making sure I got this stuff. Self-esteem. How do we get them to take activity? Self-esteem gets high enough, they take action, we correct. We teach, we listen, we correct. We teach them, we encourage them, we get them to start, we watch what happens, we make an adjustment. It's not criticizing, it's correcting. It's coaching. There's a difference between criticizing, coaching, and correcting. And by the way, when somebody's talking to you, the difference between criticism and coaching is always how you take it. How do you take it? Are you thrilled that you got it, or do you feel like you're being criticized? Guys, I am going to be on WhatsApp. I'm going to be on text. I'm going to be on the phone. But right now, I'm getting ready to go get on a jet. I love y'all. I hope this helped. I hope I delivered what I promised on the advertisement. Congratulations on the leaders. Don't let up. Somebody's coming after you. I can hear footsteps. Can you hear them? Now or right now will be the time for you to get started. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Thanks. I'm so proud of you.
I was actually going to text you when you come back if you have like 5 or 10 minutes of your time.
Okay. I'm going to be here.